Thank you again for joining Proud of It podcast. I surely appreciate those out there that are actually taking notice, actually making changes within their life structure through listening to my many podcasts that I've put out that have shown, hopefully, open your eyes to the evils that are coming upon us. And the greatest evil that is in American society these days has become the white man. The white man is now the enemy of the state, and everything that the white man stands for within America has been totally destroyed through the social engineering, through our media, through the teaching of students, all the way from the elementary to the college professor. The white man is now the total enemy and the problem of all societies around the world, globally. And at this point, if you're a white man and do not understand this, or are looking away and laughing and thinking it's a joke, well, I'm here to wake you up a little bit, because it shouldn't be a joke. And if you think it is a joke, then continue living like they want you to live, where you are giving up all your rights, where you're giving up all your property, where you're giving up all your wealth, and where they are stealing everything from all the white men within all societies at this point. The liberal democratic parties within Western society have turned totally against the ones who built this society, which was Western white culture and this in the society that built it. And they're handing it over hand and fist to foreigners, to blacks, to Hispanics, to Latinos, to every other group beside you. If you have children, if you have young white males growing up in this society, then you better take heed to this message. Because this message isn't just for the white males that are grown adults. This is a message to even the white male children that are now being forced to study curriculums in their schools, in their colleges, that tell them that they are the enemy, that they're the reason why society is in the mess that it's in. And it is everything but the biggest lie to ever be told. It is the biggest lie that is being believed and being implemented by ignorant, racist, the real racist of American society is black and foreign people within the Western societies. They are the ones that are going to your senators. They're the ones going to your government agencies. They're the ones perpetuating the violence against whites. They're the ones perpetuating the curriculum within the colleges that teach you and your sons that the future is going to look a lot better, less white and more brown, which is totally false. It's totally false. But white men in American societies and societies around the world have grown so ignorant, so stupid, and laugh and think it's a joke until they get older and they want to have a family and they want to have a house and they want to have a car, and they're being told they can't have none of it. You know, when I was growing up, I always wanted a car. I always wanted a house. And I always wondered how I was going to get those things. But you know, the only way you can get those things now is if you bow to this evil system that they've implemented that makes you have to submit to all the pedophiles, makes you submit to all the gays, makes you submit to all the blacks, makes you submit to foreigners within your own country. White people, white men, do you not understand that you're living with the enemy? You're sleeping next to the enemy. And they try to say, oh, they're not the enemy. They are the only enemy that you should be aware of. That you should understand that this is the enemy. Until you understand the enemy, you can't fight the enemy. And if you don't believe that they're the enemy, look around, people. When you're driving down the road, they're racing you. When you're opening a door, they want you to open it for them, but they won't open it for you. They want you to give them money, but they wouldn't never give you a damn dime. They want you to allow your white daughters to marry into them. But they would never allow their black daughters to marry in. And even if they did, it is both wrong and it's totally the evil plot that's being twisted and implemented within Western white male societies. I know you have lived in such a wealthy society, white males. I know you've lived in a society where you didn't have to worry about things like how much money or how to get a job. Now you're wondering though, right? You got this college education now. You got all these degrees. You got all this stuff and you're wondering why you don't have a damn job. You know why you don't? Because you're the enemy. Wake up. Don't be an idiot. You're the enemy. They ain't going to hire you. They're going to hire the foreigner. They're going to hire the black. They're going to hire the brown. They're going to hire the Latino, the Spanish. Everybody except you. And you have the degrees. You have all this. And what do they tell you? Oh, you got too much education. It's not that you have too much education. It's that you're too white for what they want to be black and segregated. And they don't want you a part of their business. They don't want you in their business. They don't want white males to have anything. They want to give away your wealth. They want to rob you. Right now in this country, in America, and across the globe, across all of Western society, they are robbing white males of their wealth. They've robbed us of our religion. They've robbed us. They've perverted everything that our white forefathers built for us. It was not built for foreigners. It was not built for blacks. It was built for you. It was your inheritance. And now you're giving it away. You're giving it all away. And you're not even fighting. You're not even raising hell. And you don't even see that your life is a living hell, not because of anything you've done, but just because of who you are within the society. These days, many want you to believe that you're the problem, that you're the reason why life is so hard for a white male now. Now it is so hard for white males that they want you to believe that, oh, you're the problem. If you act a little blacker, if you acted a little bit more immoral, if you cuss more, if you fit in with society, you'll get everything you want. But you got to give up your whiteness to get it. You got to speak. You got to speak a certain way. You got to act a certain way. You got to be a certain way within Western society. Because if you're too white, you won't fit in. And you hide your whiteness through how you speak. You try to speak like the defiled within your country. You try to speak like the evil that is in your country. You try to fit in with the darkness of this society. And you wonder why you're still not getting anywhere. Because overall, over everything that you're trying to do to overcome what this society has become, that everybody around you sees who you truly are. They see that you're just trying to play a part. They see that you're just a fake, a phony, that you should be speaking as though you have knowledge, as though you understand. But you speak as a stupid, ignorant person. And everybody around you understands that you are better than that. Not better because of anything more than one thing. And that one thing is your whiteness. Your whiteness shows intelligence. Your whiteness is intelligence. Your whiteness is truth. Your whiteness is the answer, not the problem. Your whiteness is what a society truly needs. Not somebody perpetuating the stupid, ignorant, and the lazy talk of the lowers, what I would call the lowers of society. Quit trying to fit in with the lowers of society. Where are the white men in society? Where are you, those who are not trying to fit in with this low-life culture that we have now? Because so many are scared. So many are scared to actually speak like they have sense. Act like they have sense. Because they're afraid of what others will say about them. Shame on you. Shame on dressing your kids like low-life society. White society should accept who they are, how they are, and what they are, and quit trying to undermine other people's intelligence into making them believe that you have none. That you want to act like you got this and you got that. Yeah, you're an ignorant racist. Because anybody that tries to perpetuate something they're not is showing a type of racism. It's showing that you can't be different and fit in. You know, when I go and I speak to anybody, I speak to everybody the same way. I don't speak this way in this club and that way in that club. And I don't act this way and that way. I act the same across the board. And I'm not trying to undermine my whiteness. I'm not trying to undermine who I know I am. And white males today, if you don't realize it, what all this means is that the days of you just getting to have the home and have the dream, it's getting dimmer and dimmer. If you're not gay, if you're not in a mixed relationship, if you're not in a lower class of society, they will be robbing from you. They will be robbing from you. They will be taking money from your bank accounts. They will be taking every last thing that they can take because they know that you will never stand up to them. They know you just keep on backing down, backing down, backing down. I hate to say it, people. The Civil War was never won. It was postponed. It was postponed. It was postponed because people finally just bowed. And that's what they're doing today. They're just bowing. They're just bowing to the robbing and the molesting of white society. They're just bowing to how they have to live their life with their mouths shut and their hands tied behind their backs because they're so afraid of society calling them a racist. I'm sorry, people. If you love your country, you shouldn't be caring what they're calling you. If you love your white society, if you want your white little male boy to grow up within a loving, great, grand society, then you better be ready to fight a war that is still being fought right now within every Democratic office in America and around the Western world. And it is a fight against you and you against all other forms of race. All other forms. Every other race is against you. Every other race is united against you. And they're going to destroy everything you got. They are going to get everything you got. They will rob every bank account, every system within white male society until they take over every portion of it to the point where there will be no future for neither your son or your daughters. Your daughters will be raped. Your sons will be raped. Your sons will be put in prison. They will be in chains. They will be told that if they speak out against any form of thought or lie, that they will be put to death. They will keep them in prison. Right now, they are putting every white male that they possibly can in prison. They're trying to kill off every white male they can in wars, in foolish, stupid wars. They're trying to kill off white males on every level that they possibly can. Through drugs. Through overdosing on drugs. Just through causing them to be homeless. Causing them to lose hope. They are destroying white male society in Western culture every single day. And every single day that you go to work or you go here or go there and try to ignore the facts of what is happening within your state, within your country, just know that you're saying, I accept that my daughter and my son are going to be raped of everything that they stand for. That they will be shot. They will be murdered. They will be lied to. They will be unloved by the society with which they live in for their whiteness. I ask through this podcast that white males start understanding that you are not a war against other whites, but you are a war at every other race within this society. That this society has a target on every white male in Western society. They want to take down every white male in Western society. And by 2045, you will no longer be the majority. You will be the minority. A minority against already a weapon that has been formed and that I warned you about. Here on this day, in this hour, I have warned you, and many others are warning you. When are you going to listen to the warnings, take heed of them, and understand that the Civil War is never won? That is a war that has to be fought every day, every hour, every second, every minute, within our classrooms, within our democratic walls of offices, within the presidency of the United States, and all associated with that. It is fought. And if you continue to give your power, to give your wealth without any fighting, then so be it. But if you will take heed, I promise, the God of Jacob, the God of Isaac, the God of Abraham is here with us even today. Even our forefathers, our white forefathers, prayed for us. They prayed that we would never allow what is being allowed, and we can take our country back. It will not be taken back through democratic means, but war and war alone, and through attrition, through creating real men within this society. Forget trying to send your kids to school to learn the lies and the deceit, but it is time to teach our kids real life giving words of truth and letting them understand that they are strong and that they can fight this as well. I hope that those out there would at least take these words, please, and share them. For we are in a total takeover of white male society within the United States, within Australia, within all Western societies across this globe. We are at war. And until we understand that truth, we are going to continue to see the declines that we've seen over the last 30, 40, and 50 years. Because we are allowing the worst of society to run the greatest society that the world has ever seen. If we continue to allow this to happen, then so be it. But I hope that there's enough out there, enough ready, enough willingness of white males to stand up against this evil that is coming and has come and came upon us even this day and this hour. I thank those that are listening to my podcast. They're trying to understand without having a judgment against me. Listen, I love you. God loves you. And white males should love each other enough to not allow this to continue to happen. to this great society that we have created. I thank you. God bless you. And please share, like, and know that Proud of It Podcast supports those that understand and have knowledge and have the ability to listen from a heart that wants change for their future. Thank you.